Soundcore has released the latest version of Liberty earbuds in the Liberty 5s. So, let's talk about them. If it wasn't obvious, the Liberty 5 are the successor to the Liberty 4 ANC. Design-wise, the earbuds are virtually the same. They feature the same stem-like design and 3 visible external microphones on each earbud for a total of 6 all around. At a quick glance, it would be difficult to tell the two apart. But there have been some minor changes. First, the little speaker nub that the silicone earpiece is attached to makes a return. I think this is for the best, especially when it comes to security, which we'll talk about in a little bit. Apart from that, we can say goodbye to touch controls. Instead, we have pressure-sensitive controls similar to that of the AirPods Pro. If you look closely at the stem, you'll notice a small ridge. This is where the magic happens. All you have to do is squeeze this area and you can take full control of your earbuds, but more on that later. Switching over to the case, it features a sliding design and is made from matte plastic on the outside and a gloss plastic on the inside. The build quality is a bit on the cheaper side, and I can't help but think that if you're not careful enough, the lid is just going to snap right off. Apart from that, we have the Soundcore logo embedded on the top, the LED indicator light on the front along with a gray trim, which is a nice touch, and finally, we have a USB-C port on the back for charging. For fit and comfort, this is where I feel there has been an improvement. Switching back to the little speaker nub was a great idea because it significantly helps with security. Unlike the Liberty 4, which felt loose during some workouts, the Liberty 5 are locked in and don't move no matter what I do. Looking at the shake test, this is where the Liberty 4's failed. The Liberty 5, on the other hand, passed with flying colors. Needless to say, these are also very comfortable. Wearing these for hours during my tests, I did not experience any pain or discomfort. This is one area that Soundcore really improved on. For connectivity, Bluetooth 5.4 is present along with a Find My Earbuds option and multi-point connection. The multi-point connection works the way it should, and it's definitely an improvement over the Liberty 4. You can connect up to 2 devices at the same time, and in my test, I connected them to my iPhone and my iPad, and I was able to switch between them without any issues. I will be honest, there is a slight delay when switching between devices, but even still, this works better than a lot of other devices out there. All you have to do is, if you're listening to music on one device, you just have to press play on the other and it will switch accordingly. A water resistance rating of IP55 is present here, which is a nice upgrade compared to all the other earbuds with their IPX4 rating. The IP55 means they are protected against dust and can withstand small jets of water from any direction. And in my test, they survived without any issues. When it comes to the controls, Soundcore has done away with the touch controls, which I am thankful for, and they have implemented squeeze controls similar to those of the AirPods Pro. As mentioned earlier, if you look at each earbud, you'll notice a small ridge along the stem. This is the area where you can squeeze to take control over your earbuds. This is a welcome change because it's far more responsive than touch controls, and you never have to worry about if you're hitting the right spot or not. The squeeze area is basically large enough where you can pretty much squeeze anywhere on the stem and you know you're hitting the right spot. These controls are also fully customizable on both ears, giving you access to basically everything that you need. You can even choose between a single, double, triple, and long squeeze for your controls. Transparency mode is present and it works as it should. Noises coming in sounded natural, and I was able to be aware of my surroundings while still listening to music at around 55% volume. There is a wind reduction mode, which does a good job at reducing the amount of scratchiness you hear from the wind. I did find that it does decrease the effectiveness of the transparency mode just a bit. For example, the distance which I can notice cars passing by is reduced, not by much, but it is noticeable. Oh, I also didn't notice any white noise either. The ANC is definitely an improvement over some of the other earbuds I've tested recently. I would actually put these on par with the Bose QC earbuds, the most recent ones, not the Ultras. With that being said, the Liberty 5 do a great job at eliminating low frequency sounds. So things like the humming of a fan or an air conditioner are completely gone. Taking these to my local laundromat, the humming of the machines and the airiness around you is eliminated. Although the sounds of the water filling in the machines was noticeable, it was far less than other models I've recently tested. The same goes for voices and conversations. You can still notice them, but they're more muffled and you have to concentrate to really hear what others are saying. Taking these outside, the airiness around you is cancelled out, and when you combine the ANC with the wind reduction, it's like you're not even outside anymore. The whooshing of passing cars is still noticeable though. Overall, the ANC does a really good job here. The Liberty 5 come equipped with a total of 6 mics, 8 eye noise cancelling, and a wind resistant algorithm. These mics are supposed to capture your voice and reduce wind noise, ensuring natural, clear calls as if you were talking face to face. So, let's put them to the test with the mic test. Alright, so as you guys know, I have currently coffee shop noises playing from my iPad, which is right in front of me, at around 50% volume to create that real world feel. This time I actually have a fan in the background to create that wind noise to see how that AI algorithm cancels out the wind noise, but we'll see how everything works out. So I'll quiet down just to see how much noise actually comes into the microphones. Okay, I'll go ahead, I'll test out each microphone individually. Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Now I shall go ahead. I'll quiet this down. And I mean, the fan's over there, so I can't turn that off. But this is what the microphones sound like in a relatively quiet environment. Now, the whole reason why you're all here, the sound. If I could describe these quickly, it would be bass heavy. If you're a bass lover, you're going to love these. Out of the box, the 9.2mm driver produces a very deep sounding bass which rumbles with whatever type of music you're listening to. On the bright side, the bass doesn't overpower the rest of the music, nor does it cause any distortion. Apart from that, the sound signature is very similar to the Liberty 4 before them in that they produce a warm sound signature and it makes listening to music fun. Mids are highly detailed, voices are pushed forward with audio separation being apparent, and highs come through without being ear-piercing. Of course, just like previous Soundcore products, you are given access to a fully customizable EQ to fine-tune the music just the way you like. Not only that, but you also have access to Hear ID and 22 different presets, of which Classical is my favorite. You also get access to a gaming mode which helps reduce any latency, as well as a Dolby Audio mode. Within this mode, you have access to a music mode, podcast mode, or a movie mode to help put you in the front seat of any performance. Dolby Audio is fine and all, but I didn't really notice too much of a difference from the standard sound preset. Plus, it destroys your battery life. Speaking of which, the Liberty 5 are rated to have up to 8 hours of playback with an additional 24 hours from the case for a total of 32 hours with ANC turned on. In my tests, I started listening to music at 50% volume at 2 p.m. and I was able to make it to 8:09 p.m. before I got the low battery warning at 20% for a total of 6 hours and 9 minutes. I did do another test with Dolby Audio turned on, and during this test I was only able to go from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. for a total of only 3 hours. So if you ask me, I'd skip Dolby Audio and just stick with the regular presets. Quick charge is available with a 10-minute charge giving you an extra 5 hours of playtime, and wireless charging is also available. As for the price, I paid the full retail price of $139 Canadian or $129 US. If you are interested in these for yourself in classic Soundcore fashion, these earbuds do go on sale. In fact, they just went on sale during the most recent Prime Day for a price tag of $109 Canadian, which translates to about $79 US. At the end of the day, it's hard to pick out anything negative with the Liberty 5. And at this price point where there's a lot of competition, these offer pretty much every feature you can want in a pair of earbuds. Not to mention, they're an upgrade over the Liberty 4. They have good sound, a light comfortable design, good ANC, Find My Earbuds, a fully customizable app experience, and the list goes on and on. I really like what Soundcore has been doing with their products lately, and the Liberty 5 is no exception to that. So, if you ask me, the Liberty 5 are an easy recommendation to anyone looking for a new pair of wireless earbuds. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and slap that like button and let me know your thoughts in the comment box down below. If you want to keep seeing more honest reviews like this one, don't forget to subscribe to this channel and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any future videos. That's it for me, guys. As always, I'll catch you in the next video.